Hi, today I want to do something that I have never done before. So far I've been always showing, force you to look at my face and then I was talking and then no matter how much you hate my face, you still have to stuck with it. But today I want to show you the pages, the web page actually were divided into two parts. One is called the so-called landing page. Landing page is basically fixed. It's landing. Okay, it's not moving. So anything that is always like a billboard, everything is fixed and not moving. But then the other part, the more exciting part, is like when you call the CTA, call to actions. And that's where, like, for example, start your journey and then you get into the login, stuff like that. So this is a very first introduction. I've never done this before. So let's do that. This is the introduction. Then I want to show you the main windows. The main page is a Copa, um, a Copa app. Of course, it's also known as a college diaries. So let's look at this. You can see that, when you first look at this, you see that that's the first, on the very top line is your amount of first users, and your feedback will shape what we will build. So it's basically encourage people to send the feedback and the suggestions. And then that will be something more interesting. So here we give some incentive so people can click on this. I'm showing my desktop, so screen is much bigger. But on your um, uh, mobile phone, they should the same. They just lined up because mobile phone is much narrow, so you'd have to stack over one another. And then you see that the dashboard. If you want to go to dashboard, that's assume that you already sign up for dashboard, right? So this one we can see that we don't see the. Let's click on this one, and yeah, now it's coming back. This is a landing page. This page never changes. So when you first open this, you see that this is the logo. You see at the very bottom is a big capital A. That means a COPA, right? A COPA means that annotated um, chronicle of a personal achievement, right? And then you see a big capital C. That means college, and then a small d means diary. So those are the three letters. That's our logo. So it's easier for you to understand. And for the most part, you can just remember this as a college diary. Okay, we're just getting started. And then when you move your mouse here on your mobile phone, obviously you can use your fingers and you move that, and then you see that this one, a Copa Manifesto, that's like like a communist manifestos, right? And we're trying to make things more dramatic a little bit, and then but the main idea is very solid. And then we call it, instead of frequently asked questions, instead of FAQs, we just call that a corner of treasures. And then we thought you'd ask. And then if you click on this here, that brings you um, to the all the frequently asked questions. But then here, this is a colossal. It's kind of like you see uh, the very first, one, basically six panels. If you click on this one, this is the very first, and then you click on this college there, you'll see different screen, and then click on this one, see different screen. So if you don't do that, if you don't click that, the program is set up in a way that for each screen it only stays about the 6 or 7 second, and then it will automatically switch. But once you click on that, that means that the system will understand that you want to look at this very first panel, and then they'll stay here forever unless you click on second one. So you can see that and also you can always click on read aloud. So if you hate, if your vision is not as great, you can always read it out loud. So let me click. You can see that the voice sounds like a little bit strange, but it gets you around. You don't have to read it at line by line, especially a lot of the text, so you can just read it. So I thought that would be like a considerate. And then regardless all those six windows, six panels, you always see this part, the sample college diary record. Then you can, I think this is eye catching because it helps the high schooler to quickly figure out what this website is it's all about. You see, for example, the AP chemistry A plus, that's actually the least needed. We call that the date is 2023 12 15, but it says status, it says verify. That's the easiest to verify. Why? Because um, the grades, the transcript, it's always verified. So you don't really need a different verifier to do the job. So that's the easy part. I put that there is because this is I want to put the academic on the top, right? And then the part-time barista, that's more like obviously we're talking about uh, um, some coffee shop like right like Starbucks or something. And then that's related to this category is employment. And then you see the date, and then this is says pending. This could be verified by anybody, your supervisor or your colleagues, co-workers, or even customers to see, they see your performance, they like it, you can pretty much quickly grab them and then ask them to give you some verification. You can speak over the phone. That's the thing. We'll talk about this later. But then your hospital volunteering, the social activity, and this is verified. Varsity soccer captain. We just finished the World Cup, right? So this is soccer is a big thing. So this is sports category, and then it's still pending. And the history teachers praised my research paper. That's obviously academic. This is more interesting because this is we're talking about the papers, not the final grade, right? And this one's verified. And the food bank distribution volunteer, that's community or whatever the employment or more community because this is not employment. You're not getting paid. And then this is also verified. You can see that the sixth record for one achiever, we call it an achiever. And then the four is verified, and the ledger started in December 2023. And then you can see this for you see that the time stamped, automatically system will do that and verified by network. Right? When we say network, we're not talking about some institutions. We're talking about individuals, different individuals, and then human authored. So those are the quick overview, and then you can see down below. You see the same six panels, right? So the very first one is I want to emphasize the verification. So that's why I say the big title is that anyone can claim qualified. Only you can prove it. So that gives you a unique advantage. And then this subtitle is College Theory Build a Time-Stamped Human Verified Achievement Record, the kind of a proof no competitor can replicate and no AI can fabricate because it has to be human. Okay, so you can do that. And then let's go to this one. The second panel is your story. This one we're emphasizing that stop leading with test scores. You know, lead with your stories. There's basically the idea is that even if you got perfect SAT or ACT scores, that is still subject to different readings. That's why here the title says even a perfect SAT score is subject to different readings. So the point is that you want to have your readings, your interpretations to send it to the college admissions, right? So that's the key point. And then AI fraud, all college feel AI fraud, but you can fix the root cause. The AI fraud, AI caused AI related fraud. it's something that because you don't have a human verification, now we solve the problem from the root. Once we introduce the human verifications, that is so you can see that suppressing AI has no future. There's a well, you can call that a suppressing, or you can call that detecting AI. A lot of a company, a lot of colleges, they use the AI detection software, but that's many false positive or false negative. You can't really beat AI. You cannot say, hey, I don't want you to use AI. This is a kind of a hypocritical because your all college admissions are doing this, using AI to do the screening. So, but you're asking students don't use AI. So they do. That's not the solution. The solution is to using the verified humans, and then we allow students to use AI. So let's stop here and then do the next step.